I hope that everybody else can also hear me. Thanks, Maya. Okay. So this is, like I said in the beginning, this is a live Q&A webinar. That means that you guys can ask questions all along the way. You don't have to ask for permission or to wait for me to get to a certain topic. Okay, and let's just go through the structure here. I will explain how this webinar is going to happen, and just feel free to ask whatever you want at any given time. Okay, so we will begin as always with the common questions. Those guys are questions that our guys gathered from other webinars and from previous live Q&A webinars and so on. Then we will have the questions that I've mentioned just a moment ago, which dynamic questions are questions that you guys will ask along the webinar. This part is a little more informative, which where I can send you the links and the shortcuts to get to certain pages, and some privileges, and lastly analysis. Guys, you know that this part is a bonus, right? Thank God we are mostly achieving analysis questions through the webinar itself, but if we don't have questions regarding analysis, we'll cover that part with those lovely candles over here. Okay, that's important to know that any capital markets and trading information disclosed in this webinar is provided for informative purposes only. It should not be constructed or applied as an investment advice, recommendation, or a suggestion. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the webinar is recorded. So guys, rest assured, if you need another explanation, another, I don't know, for any other reason to see the webinar again, you can find it on our YouTube channel, typically day after. Could be at the same day, but I don't want to give false promises, so it's up to 2 days, but it could be even today on our channel. All right, so I'm just gonna go for a few moments to make sure that the webinar is recorded as we want, and then I'll be back. We will begin. Okay, everything seems fine. Let me open up the questions. Okay, let me also get somewhere to jot down some notes. Great. All right, so okay, so this is a question regarding the interest rate. That's also another question regarding the interest rate, and last week we also had one, right? Okay, but I mean I can understand. Okay, so how does the interest rate affect the market? Okay, what commissions do we pay with AvaTrade? Okay, how can I get more information about what is happening in the market? Okay, who can help me with my documents? This is an easy one. Will the interest rate keep going up? I wish I could know that. Really, I wish I could know that. Okay, so let's begin with, let's begin with that. Okay, there is a question by Alfred. MT4 versus the WebTrader platform. Which one is more visually pleasing and user-friendly? Look, this is not a question that I get quite frequently, but I will gladly give you my opinion. But you must remember that I am AvaTrade's employee, so it's not coming from a place that is neutral, but I'll do my best. Okay, we'll get to that. Thank you so much, Alfred. Right. Okay then. So we will carry on, like I said, with the first question. How does the interest rate affect the market? We're going to take this question and paste it here, and then we can review. Let's review Euro USD. Although it's not, you know what, let's take gold just as an example. Okay, let's go for days. Just before I carry on, this is the WebTrader. Okay, there is a question here, I don't know if you saw, by Alfred. This is the WebTrader. There is no need to download anything. This is through the browser. You just log into AvaTrade with your email and password. That's it. You're supposed to see this interface. Otherwise, you must ask. You see customer service here can apply the web trader on your account. You should see that, but if it looks different, so you can contact them or your senior account manager. Okay, and the web trader has some very nice things. One of the things is the leverage is written here. You can see the spread here. You can see the margin requirement, well, margin impact. It's quite the same thing. The value for the position. You have also pending sell and buy, right? Execute when price hits. I can launch. I can set a certain price that I wish to take. Are we with a buy? Yeah, so I wish, let's suppose that I want to take here a buy. Okay, so I don't have to think how to define it. I just click execute when price hits. And if gold gets to this price, it will launch my buy, right? Also, nicely presented take profit. So if I want to close my buy here as an example, 1985, can just put 1985, right? Oh, sorry, that's 3. There we go. And then it will close it with the profit, and then I can place stop loss. So if it gets from here down, oh, sorry, I must cancel that. So it will close my position with a certain loss. Very, very user friendly. You have all kind of things here, indicators. You must, by the way, just before I carry on, you see here there is a tiny arrow. It's quite in the middle of the toolbar. If you don't click it and you don't change from the default, you're not going to get information from the candles. Okay, so for instance, I'm gonna stay this way. I can only click and drag, but no more than that. Okay, I must click to the crosshair and then I get information. Okay, other than that, we have all kind of new things that we added the news here. There is a question, right? There is a question, how can I get more information about the market? Let me just, I think this way, information about the market. Okay, so news could be a very relevant solution. Click on news, you see all kind of things here, right? Forex, commodities, right? Maybe stocks, right? All kind of interesting things. Don't worry, I'm getting back to the question. I'm just quickly going through the interface. Okay, you have all kind of nice things here. Calendar. All right. Now, how does the interest rate affect the market? Guys, who knows? Let's open up the decision from yesterday. Okay, if we are lucky enough, it should be right here. There we go. Okay. This is the decision, and the question is, how does the interest rate affect the market? Guys, what do you think? How does the interest rate affect the market? There is impact on the people. There is impact on the country, right? Maybe on the economy. Let's say the economy, but the people is part of the economy, but I don't want to be too precise, otherwise. Okay. Resin, if we take trade with execute when price hits, the price doesn't hit the price and go down. What happened when the trade is active until, well, I don't know if I fully understood what you wrote here. Let's try and break it down. But thank you anyway. If we do trades, The price doesn't hit the price. Go down. What happened? Okay. Maybe this way it would. Let's see. Until he hits the price or it's delete. Once the position opened, it's up and okay. I'll get to that. Thank you, Dresden. It's wonderful. I'll get to that, but not now. This is I understand the question now. Okay. Okay, so there is interest rate. There is the impact on the people. There is the impact on the economy. Meaning, loans, right? This way maybe, right? And in here you have, of course, that affects the bank. Okay. Impact on the economy, that means taxes, right? On interest rate. So for instance, let's suppose that somebody now has a certain amount to pay back on its mortgage, right? Okay, a certain, I don't know, let's say $5,000 a month, right? As an example, maybe it's a bit too much. Let's say $2,000, right? When the interest rate increases, what happens with the mortgage? The payment is going up, right? Which makes the mortgages more expensive, which has a direct impact on real estate. Now, from the people side, when the interest rate is increasing, that creates more difficult for people to pay, right? Mortgages, loans, all kind of things. That means that they're spending less. That means that the product that we purchase has to be lower. That means that the prices has to go lower, which is the opposite of inflation. Inflation means that the value of the currency is going down, right? So if things are less expensive, that means more affordable for people. I hope that I'm not confusing you, but if people are having difficulties because of the interest rate, so that means that the prices must be lower, right? Now, if the interest rate is increased, as you can see here, 5.25 to 5.5, so that means that it's being the interest rate is increased by 0.25. Okay, so this impact is not the same impact that we had with 1%. I think that was 3 months ago. I can't be too sure. Maybe 2 months ago, I think, or 3 months ago. I can't remember exactly, but I think the 1% has significant impact. 0.25 still has an impact, right? From the economy side, should be better. Again, to block the inflation, to maintain the inflation. From the people side, that's more challenging. So from what I understood, there is almost half of the mortgages that as comparison to last year. So this is very bad for the banks, right? Now, if it's bad for the banks, think about us as people using certain amount of money, but banks are using much larger amounts. So as you can see online, some banks having difficulties. So there is a challenge to keep increasing the interest rate. There is a question here, right, about if it keeps going up. The issue with increasing the interest rate is because people are having too much difficulties. Okay, and then it needs to be balanced. It needs to be to maintain the inflation from one end, from the other end, to so people don't suffocate with their payments. Okay, so the effect on the economy is if the interest rate go higher, we would expect the dollar to respond positively, right? This is what we would have expect. There is a question here. second. Well, I might need to recompose this question. It's a bit too long to be in the presentation, but I'll get to that. Thank you. Thank you, Sony. Okay, so as I was saying, we expect when the interest rate is increased, we expect the dollar to respond positively. But if you see here the chart, right, for the gold, okay, again, this is not a guaranteed formula. This is some way to analyze gold and the dollar. So if we see here, naturally, gold can respond positively when the dollar is not doing too good, right? So that means that from the moment that the Feds decided to increase, we should have seen a downtrend from the gold if the dollar is doing good, right? Again, this is not a formula. Like I said in the disclosure, this is just one of the ways to analyze fundamentally. Okay, so if we see that the gold is increasing, that means that the dollar is actually not doing too good. Okay, that could point that the dollar is not doing too great. Okay, so how the interest rate affects the market? Like I said, there are certain ways. Each of the things that I have mentioned is stringed in a way to another, right? Mortgages are stringed to the banks are stringed to the economy, and so on and so on. How do I put it? Oh, sorry, I should put here the market, the interest rate has a direct impact on loans, people, I don't want to say people, but I'd say loans, banks, and basically that's it. There are many more things. But this is the first, maybe the most direct thing. Of course, there are effects on corporates and other things, but this is what we spoke about now. So I think this is the most relevant as a trader. What commissions do we pay with, and of course, the dollar, right? The currencies, maybe. Oops, sorry. What commissions do we pay with AvaTrade? So you have two kinds of commissions. You have the spreads and the swaps. Spread is the difference between the bid and the ask. Okay, the sell price and buy price. And swap is overnight fee. I'm just going to put here maybe right. So that's a percentage of the value of the position. So we're going to take both of those things. Just going to explain on a nutshell what they are. We'll also grab the question itself. Okay. Yeah. So what commissions do we pay? Let's keep using gold as an example. Okay. So yeah, to get the toolbar open, to get the sidebar open, I must click sell or buy, right? Let me click buy. Okay, so we said, okay, so the spread, the difference between the bid and the ask. Now we have buy price and sell price. That means that when I open the position, I'll have minus $25 for one lot. So let me do that. Right, so if, for instance, I'll take 1 unit, right? You see here $2. Let's take 1977. We're going to go for, let's say, a buy. Okay, you see, maybe I'll increase it to 1 lot. There we go. Okay, so this is 29 cents. You see there is a difference here. 1977 and 90, and in here it's lower by 29 cents. So this is the actual market price. This is AvaTrade's price. This is the platform's price with an additional 29 cents. You see here? Now, I should know that this 29 needs to be considered according to how many units I'll take. So if I'll open just this way, I'll take buy with a single unit, I'll have minus 29 cents. If I'll have it this way, I'll have $2.50, right? Maybe $2.90. If I'll have 100, so 29, right? Okay, this is the spread. Now the swap is, as an example, let's suppose that the value of my position is 2,000 and I need to pay, just a second. By the way, if you want to know what your swap is, you just go to here, click I, and it's presented here. Just a second. You see there is overnight interest for a buy and overnight interest for a sell. Let's suppose that we're going to take that 0.2. Let's go for a buy. Right. Let's take, oh, it's on 10. Never mind. So the value is 19,778. Multiply 0.2%. So that's $39. Just a second, something here doesn't make sense. Maybe I took, oh, that's a sell. Sorry, that's a sell, that's a sell. Okay, just a second. Let's go for a sell. Yeah, so that means that if this is what I'm going to pay on a year. This is on a year, okay, that I'm holding this position. So that means that if I want to know for a day, I'll need to divide that by the amount of days that we have in a year. Okay, so for instance, if my position would have been like that, so it would have been this much, right? Okay. Where is the, oh, there we go. Okay, so I think this one we've explained. How can I get more information about the market? So one of the things, as I have showed a minute ago, is what we added recently. You see there is news section here. Okay, the other way to get more information is through the economic calendar itself. Okay, here, right here in Discovery. Okay, maybe here that will be more efficient if you would already know what to look for, but still, if there are any fields of interest, specific, maybe the dollar or something specific you're trading, you can find the relevant events here. For my own tradings, I'm also using Bloomberg. If this is something useful, so I would put down more information about the market, maybe search online. Like I said, Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance. Here, news as an example. Maybe news. Okay. More information, obviously, webinars. There are many ways. These days, everything is very accessible. You barely need to pay to get information. Everything is online. Who can help me with the documents? So guys, this is actually very common, believe it or not, this question here. And the best way to get assistance with the documents is either customer service or your senior account manager, right? Okay, will the interest rate keep going up? So because of what I've explained a minute ago, when the situation now is extremely complex and the Feds, from one side, if they keep increasing the interest rate so people can barely pay loans already, people already having difficulties with their mortgages, so to increase their interest rate might cause a disaster. From the other end, they need to maintain the inflation. They need to maintain the economy and to strengthen the currencies. So this is not something that I can know, right? Nobody knows. I mean, I think they said that 525 could sustain the desired level and they still increased, right? So we don't know, but I believe that it's my own personal opinion. I think we're getting to kind of how can I say that, glass ceiling glass. How do you say that? We are getting to a level that it's quite convenient for the Feds, for the economy. Okay, and hopefully in the future maybe they will lower it. Okay, now let's carry on. Again, I'm sorry, but I can't, know those things, right? Depending on the situation of the economy. No, no, no. That's not what I meant. Depending on the situation of the economy. Okay. Right. Now let's get to the questions from the dear audience. For the people who don't know, I'm just going to rephrase that part. Trader, right? When we are referring to MetaTrader 4, that means MT4 and so on. What is more visibly? Okay, so MT4 in general is a very straightforward platform. You're not going to find all of those nice things on MT4. Just a second. That I showed a moment ago. Right? You're not going to find all of those things. The value, the margin impact, spreads, leverage, you're not going to find it there. But like I said, MT4 is just the most common platform in the world. So it's straightforward. You want to trade, you trade, that's it. In here, you have all kind of helpful things. Everything is very accessible. You also have AvaProtect. I'm not going to explain too much what it does, but just on a nutshell, you can protect yourself to a certain time frame, up to 2 days, and whatever you lost, you get back. This is the fee that you got to pay. So you can take you can take a lot of advantage with this product if you know how to work with it efficiently. You can split. Also, you can split here. You can do it with MT4, but also in here you can split the chart. You can put here gold, and in here is an example. I see that it's on oil already. Right, so I can split the chart, watch two things simultaneously. All kind of interesting things. I don't know what to say, but the web trader, it's my it's my favorite. But again, I'm employed by AvaTrade. Okay, so I'm just gonna put down that there are, I think the web trader wins. The web trader has many helpful, accessible features, and the MT4 the MT4 is also great. Okay, so the web trader, like I said, has many helpful, accessible features. If we take trade with execute when price hits, this is actually a pending order. Yeah, and the price doesn't hit the price, and the price doesn't reach the execute Okay, what happens, right? When, what happens then? What happens then is the trade active until hits the price or deleted. Okay, so this is an excellent question. This is an excellent question. Is it possible to trade on commodities in all day of the week? Okay, thank you, Kagabo. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to show you. This is also a lovely question from Kagabu. Just going to put your question down, sir. We're going to make this one number 2. We're going to make this one number 3. This one. Can we quickly? Oh. Okay. If we trade with, so the question here, let me just take it. It's in 2 steps. Okay. The first stage is if it doesn't reach. So, for instance, I can't use that with AvaProtect. So let's suppose that I'm going to go with Australian Japanese yen, and I want to use execute when price hits. Okay. Oh, this is showing us gold still. Okay. Okay, we are with gold. Just a second. There we go. Let's suppose that I wish to sell. Let's go for a sell. Let's suppose that I want to sell somewhere here. Let's make it 1970. I want to sell, so I'm going to click here, execute when price hits, and I'm going to do that. And it doesn't reach. It keeps consolidating. It goes up. You know what? Let's suppose that it goes up. I want to go for a sell. I already plan. How is this possible? Oh, there we go. There we go. So I want to go for a sell, execute when price hits. Great. Now, it not only that it doesn't go down to where I wanted, it goes up. So what happens with my position? This is going to stay that way. Yeah, it's going to stay as it is till it reaches that price, if it gets to that price. If it doesn't reach that price, I can determine, I click here, there is a box here. I click here and I can decide, let's say that tomorrow I wish to cancel this. If it doesn't reach, okay, if it doesn't reach 1970, I wish to cancel it by tomorrow. Or maybe let's suppose that till, oh, sorry. Okay, so let's suppose that until the 31st, if it doesn't reach here, I want to cancel. Now, if I haven't done that, that's going to stay on my position. So that means that if in a week, in a month, it gets to here, it's going to trigger my sell, right? With how much? With this much. Yeah, with 0.1, 10 units. Okay, if I don't do that, it's stay on the position, otherwise it's canceled. So that means that the next part of the question was the trade. Okay, so if you haven't canceled that, that stays on the account. If you cancel that, sorry, if it reached that, that behaves like a regular position. If in a later stage, let's suppose that I haven't done it, let's suppose that in a week, right? Let's make it a week. Yeah, let's suppose that it got all the way to the white line, to the 2000, right? And in a week, it went down again to that level. What will happen is it will trigger my sell regularly, just like it would have opened now, right? In a day or whatever. And then if it reached to that level, my position will behave the same. So without stop loss and take profit, this could take a turn. So that means this just execute the position, the rest will happen regularly. Okay, or maybe not. If you cancel it and it doesn't reach, okay, this everything here will be canceled. Okay, yeah, this just launches the position. Okay, so how can I? Well, okay. So you can cancel the execute when price hits. When price hits, cancel the order. Or maybe you can limit. Sorry, this way is a better way to put it down. You can limit the pending order to a certain date, that if it doesn't reach your target price, it will be canceled. Yeah, I hope that who asked me this question? Oh, Drazen, right? Drazen, I hope that it helped my explanation. Okay, is it possible to trade on commodities on the week? Maybe. Let's watch it. Let's watch it together. Who asked me this? Oh, Kagabo, right? Kagabo, let's watch it together. Let's, as an example, I'm looking at gold and I want to trade gold 24/7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on the eye. What do you see here on Saturday and Sunday? That it's off, right? Is that Kagabo? Is that what you were looking for? Let's take another one. So for gold, let's take silver, also silver. It's gonna excellent. That's exactly what we're here to do. Let's take another one. Feel free, guys. Feel free. Really, this is your moment to ask whatever you want. Like I said, let's say gasoline. Okay, same idea. We're gonna go for, yeah. Okay, I could just as much pick coffee, right? Yeah, it shows you that on Sunday and Saturday you cannot trade. All right, commodities, right? Certain commodities can change sometimes, but see the hours, sometimes the hours are different. The hours are different from a gold and silver. For wheat, it's a bit different. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the question was very straightforward. If it's possible to trade, the answer is no, unfortunately. Most of the commodities are not tradable during the weekend. Yeah. And also I'm going to put here that what's the favorable commodity to trade more than others, if there is any? Look, you're asking somebody who's bribed, and unfortunately, I can't give you my favorite. Okay, it's a secret, but I can tell you that they are all great. What I can say is, let me just put down here what I wanted to write down, and then I will answer you, I promise. Something happened here. Maybe I can do it this way. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna take that one and we'll paste it here. Oops. Again, it's the size here. Okay. Okay, so, and you can check, you can review the trading hours by clicking on the eye icon to the right. What is the favorite? Okay, so what I wanted to say is each group of assets, of commodities, okay, I can say that, how can I put it down in a way that doesn't disturb anyone? Okay, in commodities, there are groups of assets more related to the economy and not. Meaning, there are groups in commodities, okay, in commodities there are groups of assets more related to the economy and not, and less related. Let's put it this way. I think it would make more sense. So what do I mean by that? Let's suppose that we analyze, oh, sorry. Okay, maybe we'll keep it this way. Okay, so if you remember, we had the disaster between Russia and Ukraine, and if you looked at commodities then, let's somehow do it this way. Oh, there we go. You see, certain commodities have reached unimaginable levels through that disaster. Okay, all times high. For wheat is an example, right? If we go backward, so you can't find any higher. And some commodities are more related to the economy, as in gold is an example, and a lot of people find it safe haven. This is why every time there is a major decision with the economy, you see that gold is there to respond to that, right? Most of the assets are depending on supply and demand. Is gold fluctuating because supply and demand, guys? What do you think? Gold is moving because there are more jewelries or more mine gold found or something? No. No, it's not the case. I mean, it could be the case, but gold, as you can see, is responding almost all the time to the economy. Okay, so to give you my favorite Kagabo, I can't. What I can is to tell you that if you analyze certain groups like gold, silver, platinum, and so on, maybe platinum less, but gold and silver, so you can see how they can respond to the economy. Okay, then let's see how many questions. Oh, I think we covered most of the capacity that I can place here. But still, if there are questions, feel free to ask, guys. In the meantime, I'm just gonna conveniently send you those things. So that is the education center. We recently upgraded it and it looks amazing. It has videos in it, explanations, more content, educational content. You have this link for the login and deposit. whoever is still with the demo and wants to tip his toes in the water, this is a good idea. The FAQ in the help center. This is whoever has questions for the documents or something else. This could be helpful as well. Real account, like I said, if somebody wants to shift from the demo. The Academy is similar to the Education Center, but it's a little more explaining about strategies, explaining about things that are maybe, could be a little more advanced. Actually, no, actually it's very diverse. It's very diverse. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. They're both amazing. I recommend to check them both. And that's it. This is regarding the links. If there is something, guys, that you want me to send you, so you can state it. And let's jump to I think we spoke about fundamental analysis a bit, but still I could give you maybe a little review. Okay, let's speak about the bunch of candlesticks we have here. Okay, guys. So who can tell me what are those green, 3 green candles? Who knows what are those candles, guys? Let me put it down here. Who can tell me what are those, guys? Green candles. What does that mean? That the asset is going where? I'm sure 100% that people know the answer for that. So you gotta let me know that you're in the right level, guys. Otherwise, I don't want to explain to you. I don't want to. I can't explain to you something if it's too advanced. But still, I want to give you something today, so that would be great. Are you going to clarify? Yes, I nearly forgot. Just a second. But your question, unfortunately, needs to be recomposed. Let me read it for a moment, then I can see if this is something that I'm capable of. I had. Okay. This is something you'll have to send to your senior account manager, Sony. I don't know the exact solution for that. You'll have to open an inquiry. You'll have to open a query, and then each particular case can be solved. I just don't know the case. It's too difficult. No pictures, no prices. I don't know anything. I need to see the whole thing. Send it to your senior account manager, but your case is easy to resolve. So, all right. Dresden, uptrend, bullish candles. Yes, exactly. Bullish, what does that mean, bull? Bull, lift his opponent to the air. Bear, stick it to the ground, right? So bullish means up, bearish means down, and those guys are healthy candles. Those are beautiful kids. Now, when we're looking at those candles, they look a bit different, right? They have those thin lines coming out of it. Who can tell me what those thin lines are? What's the difference? Why this candle looks like that and this candle has a... Can I show it to you on the chart? Let's see if I'll find... Maybe not with silver, let's go with gold. Yeah, so okay, please give me the contact. You don't need me to give you the contact. Sonny, that's the beauty with AvaTrade. You can get a senior account manager, okay, by contacting customer service, right, which is right here. You go to here, you click chat with us, and you ask, who is my senior account manager? I would like a query to get resolved. That's it. If you have a picture, that would be great. Then we can contact you and assist you. You don't need to do anything further than that. Just ask a call back. We'll get back to you. We'll get it sorted. Oh yes, I wanted to show you the candlesticks. So let's get back to that. Right, so those candles looks a bit different. You see there is a thin line coming out of the candle, similarly to that. See here? Hopefully I can capture this guy. Oh, sorry. You see that guy that I surrounded with the rectangle? See the pink squarey thing here? The thin lines are biggest price on the candle or the lowest. Yes, correct. But in practice, those lines are prices that the candle has gone through and went back. Always remember, look, those candles looks almost the same. Almost the same. Just a second. Just this one has slightly bigger tail at the bottom. This one has it at the top. You see, they look the same, but this one is green, this one is red. Similar to the, oh, I don't have it. Oh, I do have it. You see, this is exactly as we're looking at. We have one red here, green here. How does that make any sense? The thin lines are prices that the asset has went through and went back, meaning it couldn't break the resistance here. Just a second before we dive down to support and resistance. Maybe it's better for me to put a line for you there. What happened to the... Oh, they disappeared. Okay, fair enough. All right then, we'll keep it this way. This one is my... Oh, it did break the resistance, but how can I show you the other? There we go. There we go, guys. Did we? Yes. Think it's quite... It will work quite well. Okay, so if this is my resistance and this is my support, just a second, there is a question here. Regis, can a senior account manager help me with a strategy, some mentorship or other idea? What and when to buy or short? Yes, that's exactly what we're paying them for. It's exactly what we're paying them for. We're one of the only companies who still provide senior account managers exactly because of that. We know how difficult it is to trade these days when the market is so liquid and shakeable. So yeah, of course. With a strategy, with a plan, risk money management, it's exactly why we hired them. Yeah, so as I said, let's suppose that this is a thank you for the question. Oh, thank you. Just a second. Yeah, so as I was saying, if this is support and resistance, right? So this is my highest point. This is the peak. Right now, I see that the candle has breached through the resistance. This is the previous resistance. Let's paint it in white. I don't know, right? 1885. You see that this candle here, it breached beyond the resistance. It breached beyond the resistance, but it went back, right? What happened after it couldn't break the resistance? Who can tell me? What happened, guys, when it couldn't break the resistance? Who can tell me, guys? Look, in here, it broke the resistance, but it plunged back. What happened then, followed by that? It's right here, guys. The candles are right here. It started going down. Exactly. Thank you, Matthew. Can you all see that? Can you all see that? That it couldn't break and then it fell? Right. When it couldn't break the support, you see, it started going down, but it couldn't carry on the trend. It just had to turn around. You see, there is a tail here, right? This tail, again, it's a price that gold has went through and went back. So I won't be surprised to open that day. How can I mark it? Yeah, so I won't be surprised to open that day. You know what? Let me Hopefully I can do it with a rectangle. Yes. There we go. So I won't be surprised to open that candle and to see firstly that it's going up, and then it's going down, and then it's going up again. So we said up, down, and up, right? Remember, up, down, and up. Sorry, that's not what we wanted. Sorry, maybe I should have gone for 4 hours. There we go. There we go. But I do want to make it a little smaller. Can I do it? No. Okay, so we said up, down, and up, right? You see, it went up all the way here, and then went down, and then went up. So we have up, down, and up. How could I know that? Only by looking at 1 day before I looked at 4 hours, because of its shape. So that means, look at this guy. What happened here? This is where, as an example, the market has gone considerably down. Oh, we have one here as well. You see, the market has gone considerably down, and then it went up again. So this is vice versa from what we saw up there. Up there it couldn't break and it went down. In here it couldn't break and it started going up, right? Let's also review this guy. This is the 29th. This is quite long ago. I'm not sure that we can go this far with dailies, but with hours. But let's try. Let's just try. Hold on. There we go. So you see, it went all the way down, right? It reached that level, but it jumped back again. And then what happened? Okay. Now, this is not a formula, guys. So I don't want you to rely on that 100% that each time you're going to see a firefly candle, you're going to see a vice versa trend. That's not how it works. Okay, it can consolidate, it can do many things, but this is one of the key ingredients to basic technical analysis. So we understand that each form here of candle can potentially fruit a different trend. Okay, I don't want to be too specific and get into details because first I don't know if the level of the audience will be fair, and secondly we are almost out of time. So maybe next time, but right now all I want you to understand is that it has different meaning and you can take advantage of it, not just a single candle but a formation. And that's it. So guys, unfortunately we're out of time. I want to give you this code here, right? Whoever asked me about senior account manager, this can also give you a full premium market review from your account manager. So you should give him that code. Let me also paste it here. And that's it. Thank you all for coming today. Thank you for helping me with the questions. And that's it. Best of luck. Make a lot of money. It's been a pleasure. Have a good day.